They've got Miracle Man. He's out there with Q. Then there's Baddest One, and it's Boss in at the 2-guard spot. These teams face it off for the second straight time, Clark, something we're seeing more often now in the NBA.
And, you know, I love it. It's kind of like a playoff scenario, a chance to make instant adjustments.
And that one's good, the dude.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Pass to Tiny. Here's Shake and Bake. Drops in the layup for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Q. Goes up at the stripe. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Shake and Bake. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. To the middle. Here's the Beast. Hits the jumper.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Number 30.
Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Shake and Bake. They shoot again. It's another look. The bodyguard. And at last, they get one to fall.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You've got to work harder on the glass.
Here's Boss. Passes it to Cortez. Here's Q. And the pass to the Beast. Lock at 6. The three-pointer, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Here's Shake and Bake. Fires top of the key. Good. He hits the jump shot. Shake and Bake's got his second bucket of the night.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Boss. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to the machine. The pass to the bodyguard. A rebound by Phillips.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Pass to the Beast. Here's Q. Fades away. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Now, that's an old school move right there. A good one, too, the fadeaway.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Passes it to Cortez. The pass to the Beast. Takes the 3. Nailed from three-point land. The Beast's got 5.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to the bodyguard. To the paint. Pass to the dude. Here's the machine. To halt the run. A rebound by Phillips.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
The Beast passes to Boss. Pulls up, high post, and the shot is good.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
While we have a break in the action, now let's check out the league's best shooting teams.
Just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
Fires from the wing. Shake and bake, no good.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Inside, here's Phillips. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential they put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution. And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that
play. Here's Boss, and he lays it straight in. Boss has got his second basket of the night.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Down low, here's the machine. Misses the baby hook. Gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. Here's Boss. He had 15 points last outing. Basket counts.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
First team foul. At the line for one, Phillips.
One shot.
The visitors with the ball. 7-point differential.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. I mean, credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the calls.
And Mr. Perfect gets it to go.
Putting his height to great use there, feeling out the situation and then hitting from mid-range.
To the inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul, second team foul. At the line for your home team, Cortez. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Trez is checked in for Miracle Man. And so he makes both from the line.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Here's Mr. Moves. Tiny the pass to Mr. Moves. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
First personal foul.
And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for him.
Shooting for the away team. Number 42. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. Here's Baddest one. He has 5. Passes to Boss. Now here's Krebs. Misses from close range.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Here's the General. It's rebounded by Boss.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Here's Mr. Perfect to the paint. It's stolen by Prez. There's the pass to Dimes. Ball stolen. Here's Tiny. Missed inside.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Here's Boss. Here's Cortez. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Pass to Mr. Perfect. Here's Speedy. Here's Tiny. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Out to the right wing. Boss gets the bucket. Boss has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Pass to the General. Just 5 to shoot. Rebounded by Baddest one. On 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. D passes to Cortez. Pass to Cortez. Doesn't go that time. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Mr. Perfect. Softly drops in the floater. Mr. Perfect's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Here's Boss, and it's blocked, and the ball ends up out of bounds, and they'll keep possession. Here's Dimes. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. 4 on the clock. The pass to the General. Lets it go with the 3. That shot, no good. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. They're up by 10. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort, defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
They've got Dimes. Beast out there with Miracle Man. Then it's Q, and it's Cortez in at the 1. And there's a whistle. There's a foul. That's going to go on the dude. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Pass to Dimes. Shoots. Offensive rebound.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Bodyguard is out there with Speedy, and it's the dude, and it's the machine, and it's shake and bake in at the 2 guard. Pass to Cortez, and here's the fast break. Here's the dude, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
First team foul.
First trip to the line for him here.
For the away team. Number 16 at the line for 2.
First one falls for him. And Greg, when we get to the playoffs, how important are adjustments over the course of a series?
That's what it's all about. I mean, that chess match and the ability to find a plan B. And Kevin, over a 7-game series, you've got to be able to adjust and adapt.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. The ball really well in this game, 58%. Passes it to Dimes. Here's the beast. It will not find the hoop. It's his 3rd miss. He has made 2. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's the dude. A rebound by Phillips. Gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Now the pass to Cortez. Here's Phillips. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
As a matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. You know, he's been one of those players, they've won it on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
One shot.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Shake and bake, passes to Speedy. Here's the dude, launches it. A rebound by Phillips. Pass to Q. To the middle. Dimes gets the bucket. Dimes got his second basket of the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here.
That mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
some of the stats for the Beast. He's getting around 16 points a game, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's such a big part of what they do offensively.
Yeah, he's just got that nice feel, that sixth sense, knowing where to be on the floor to help his teammates generate points.
The visitors with the ball, down by 15. Pass to Speedy. The rebound by Phillips. Phillips has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
It's good from long range. 7 points for Dimes.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here's the machine. Passes it to Phillips. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Misses in close. The machine passes to Speedy. There's shake and bake. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
And, you know, the screen wasn't that great, but still he got it done. Excellent concentration on the hard finish.
Cortez passes to Phillips. Here's Dimes. 7 points in the game. And the shot goes in. Dimes got 7 points here in this quarter. Gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Here's the machine, down low, the bodyguard, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And there's the pass to Cortez. Here's Q. Pass to the Beast. Right wing. Clock at 4. On the line. No good that time.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Here's the machine. Scoreless thus far. And it's the machine with the foul. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Here's Baddest one. Last time 14 points for him. Good on the bucket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
He's checked in for Baddest one. Quickly, let's bring up the list of the top rookie three-point bombers in the NBA. And you look at the dude, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc. And, of course, Baddest one.
What a season these two have had from beyond the arc. A pair of rookie assassins.
Yeah, knocking down shots from out of their area code all year. Excellent range, terrific touch as well. These are really two excellent spot-up shooters.
Here's shake and bake. 6 points for him. The rebound by Q.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Dimes. And the baseline jumper, no good. Gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Alden. David.
Thanks very much. Well, the great thing in the NBA is the unknown. Any given night, you don't know who'll come out on top. And even coaches like Steve Kerr know it. He said, it's really hard to win an NBA game, and the difference between losing and winning is like that. Kevin?
Oh, a game of inches, right, David? Just as you're showing us, a game of inches. Thanks. Here's Boss. He's got 6.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow.
Well, I guess there's nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating here and there.
Here's the bodyguard. He had 15 points last outing.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Here's Dimes. 11 points in the game. And it goes down 2 points. Dimes got 13 points.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's the machine. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. The machine's got his first points in this one. Here's Boss. Pass to Q. Passes it to Boss. Top of the key. And he comes up with the deuce. He's got 8.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Here's shake and bake. 11-point game his last outing. The rebound by Q. Q's got his 5th rebound in this one. Inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And he makes the first. D, he's checked in for the Beast. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb. Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Here's Boss. 8 points for him. The pass to Q.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Dimes.
2 minutes.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. Dimes got 16 points.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's the general. Still scoreless. They need this. A rebound by Phillips. Phillips has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Pass to Dimes. From the baseline. And the jumper falls for him. He's got 18.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Tiny, the pass to Torres. Pass to Mr. Moves. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting fouls.
And here's a look at some numbers for Miracle Man. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 4th in blocks. And he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And as you said, one of the league's top 3 rebounders. He has an instinct for how the shot's going to come off that rim. That's special. And the want-to corral it. Here's the bodyguard. 6 points for him.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
A nice shot by Q.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Here's the general. No scoring in this one. He gets it up. What a play. Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to play.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Delivering the blow.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our taking a look at this home squad. Kenny, what's your effort on the... And that...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Dines has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Boss is out there with baddest one. Then there's the Miracle Man, and it's the Beast, and it's Q in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Here's the Machine, and he uses the glass on the layup. The Machine's got his second bucket tonight.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
It's good. 10 points for Boss.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call.
And so out of bounds it goes. And they retain possession. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drives to the hoop. Tiny grabs the board. Phillips' shot is off.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Passes to the dude. Here's the Machine. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
And he knocks down the first one. So he gets them both. Gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Here's Phillips. He's got 10, and the call is going to be... Yes, it is, an illegal screen. shooting about 42% so far. Tiny, the pass to Shake and Bake. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. No good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Boss passes to Phillips. Shoots from the baseline. Yep, that one goes. Phillips has got 12.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Here's the machine. The shot, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Phillips, the pass to Cortez. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, 11 points in the game. Baddest one's gone 4 for 4 from the field. Perfect so far. Here's Shake and Bake. 8 points for him. It's good.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. That's a thing of beauty.
Gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Here's Boss. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Number 30.
On Saturday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans.
At the line.
Then on Monday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Denver Nuggets.
And looking at the Dallas matchup, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And the NBA last season, Clark, setting records in attendance. Fans are pouring into the arenas on a nightly basis.
Well, it's a great game. I mean, you and I are biased, Kevin. We love the NBA. I played in it. You've broadcasted for a long time. But I do think there's another element, not just the excellence of the players, but the parity that exists now. There are a lot more teams that are playoff worthy, and that keeps them and I think their fans engaged as well.
Gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here's baddest one. He's got 11. That's tipped, and that's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's the beast. He has 5. Dimes, the pass to Cortez. 4 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Dimes. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the 4 all night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here.
Get a free T-shirt. Let's hear it, fans.
Well, some great passers have come into the league this season. Let's see which rookies are tops in assists. Well, you look at the baddest one, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists. And, of course, the dude.
It's been a grand entrance to the NBA for both of these players. I mean, I think we could be seeing 2 of the next great playmakers in our league.
Yeah, you know what? They've certainly taken on leadership roles much sooner than anyone would have imagined. I mean, smart, unselfish basketball, you can't help but love it.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Phillips. 12 points for him. To the wing right side. Here's Boss. Here's the Beast. Tiny grabs the board. Tiny's got his 5th rebound in this one. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Now, in recent years, the league has flattened the lottery odds and created the play-in tournament to keep more teams motivated. Commissioner Adam Silver knows some teams are in a development phase, but doesn't want to see maneuvering for better draft picks. He says teams are smarter, they're creative, and they respond. We move, they move. Kevin?
Just like that. DA, thank you.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Here's Phillips. The shot's good. Phillips has got 4 points now in the quarter.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
The dude passes to Torres. And it's blocked. Here's Dimes. 20 points for him. Unloads from 13 with the second effort, and it's good on the way in. 16 points for Miracle Man.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's the dude, and they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. The general got a piece of it. They get it back. Here's the dude.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Dimes. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game. 10 for 13.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now, and so far, no go.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Here's the general. The shot comes out. Gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. Here's Boss. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
The dude passes to Tiny. Out to the right wing. They could use a bucket. Mr. Perfect can't hit. Gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. The pass to Dimes. To the inside. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Cortez!
Pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Mr. Moves passes to Torres. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on baddest one. That's his third foul of the game.
4th team foul.
To the right side. Here's Mr. Moves. He has 6. Shot clock at 6. Here's Tiny. Drains it from 17 feet out. Tiny's got his second bucket of the game to go. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Pass to baddest one.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Cortez. Tiny grabs the board. Tiny's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to the general. 1:43 left in the third quarter. Count that bucket. And it's 6 points for Mr. Perfect. Indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Here's the general. Still yet to score. And that one drops.
Peep these handles, folks. A spin move like that is how you shake the nearest defender up for good.
Here's Boss. 14 points for him. Chalk up 2 there. Boss has got 8 points in the quarter.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Here's Speedy. He's got 5. Mr. Moves passes to Tiny. Cranes the three-pointer. Tiny's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Here's Boss. 16 points for him. Shot from the low block. Cortez. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Here's Mr. Perfect. He has 6. Now the pass to Tiny. No good on the 3. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Mr. Moves, the professor out there with Iguodala. Then it's Mr. Perfect, and it's Knight in at the 5 spot. Down low, right block shot, and that's off the glass and in. Captain Clutch has got his first points of the night.
Yeah, excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Pass to Mr. Moves. And one of the big changes to college basketball, Clark, as you know, the NIL, name, image, and likeness. It seems like that would impact the choice to enter the NBA draft.
I don't think there's any question it's had that impact. Some guys that were borderline draft picks now not being penalized for being on scholarship can monetize their name, image, and likeness, and do so to the tune of some fairly significant dollars in some cases. And even if the money is not NBA large, it still can close the gap for a family of a player that might be struggling and could use some additional income.
And a little luck that time, but it drops. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Kicks it to AI. Here's B. He's covered by Iguodala. B. And the basket is good.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. They grabbed their own miss.
Home team foul. Number 3. First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for the away team, Nathan Knight. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
Cloak loose. AI kicks to Prez. Q passes to Cortez. Here's B. Shot clock at 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. And Greg, one of the finer points of the new collective bargaining agreement, players in the G League Ignite or overseas no longer automatically entering the NBA draft when they turn 19.
Yeah, it makes sense. You think about players in college, they choose when to enter the draft. So only right to give pros that same amount of time. And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Here's Mr. Moves. Ball's knocked loose. And here comes the break. To the paint. Prez with the bucket.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Loose shake and bake to the middle. A professor. Good.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Number 10.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Has to be. Here's Q. Iguodala with the steal. Over to the wing. Here's Mr. Moves. We've seen some amazing offensive performances recently. Clark, is it possible someone could match Wilt's 100-point game?
Look, Kevin, I don't know if I'm ready to go that far, but I also said I'd never see a 16 beat a 1 in the NCAA tournament, and it's happened twice in the last 5 years. So never say never, but you got to think, you're seeing teams put up 165, 170 points in a game. Could a player get 100 of those? I think it's possible.
Floats it up for Iguodala. B pulls it in.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without foul.
3. 2 shots.
The first one falls. That one misses. And statistically, more young players in the league today, Greg, than in decades past. Might be a reason the age limit wasn't lowered in this new CBA.
Yeah, I mean, the veterans saying, hey, we're already having a tough time sticking around. And I think having those guys helps on and off the court.
Captain Clutch passes to Cortez. Inside. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Number 17.
Shake and bake. Down low. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And here is Prez. Can't connect from short range. Gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here's the machine. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul, second team foul. At the line for the away team, number 18.
First one falls for him. Both teams will make substitutions. He hits both from the stripe. And Greg, while the commissioner might not like player trade requests, Kevin Durant said it's great for the league for players to have that leverage. Where do you stand?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. The main thing is trying to keep those requests in-house. Otherwise, it can be deflating for fans.
Passes to Tiny. Here's Shake and Bake. Here's the machine. Rebounded by Baddest one. Gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. There's the pass to the Beast. Now here's Prez. Pass to Q. 6 on the shot clock. Knocks it loose. Here's the machine. To the inside. Tiny. Nails the baby hook.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Here's Baddest one. Pass to the Beast. The turnaround Jay. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half, but he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
Here's Tiny. Takes it inside. It's deflected. Here's Baddest one. And recently, the NBA, Clark added names to major awards. It's a nice gesture, don't you think, from the league to the past legends?
Yeah, I could not agree with you more. And really hard to argue with their choices for naming those awards after. It's a way to connect the past to the present and honor and pay homage to some of the greats in the history of the game. I like everything about it.
Third personal foul, third team foul. Shooting for the away team, number 18, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Torres checked in for Shake and Bake. Both shots good from the stripe. Gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Here's Baddest one. That one drops for him. Baddest one's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Left block shot on the way. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Hard to pick what I liked more. I mean, the killer crossover or the jump shot itself. I say I like them both equally well.
Here's the bodyguard. Pass to the machine.
Yeah, couldn't quite hang on to it. They're not in a position now where they can afford to be giving it away like that.
There's 1:26 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Baddest one. Down low. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
44% in the fourth, the offense with some ups and downs. Here's the machine. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Q passes to the Beast. Here's Baddest one. 6 to shoot. Here's Boss. No good from the wing. Passes it to the bodyguard. Right wing from outside the arc. Prez with the rebound. And so the home crowd treated to a win. This game may not have been the most exciting with the machine, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that about wraps